All right, hello everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of our City of Red Waters game. Not counting episode 0, we're using numbers. Um, I'm Ash, I'm your GM and your host today. I use she, her pronouns. And I've just finished rewatching the first season of Peaky Blinders, so I'm inspired to really make these people's life as messy as possible.
As if
Which
they're
I'm
not
excited
messy
about.
enough already.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let's do some introductions. Dakota, do you want to start today?
Sure, yeah, I'm Dakota. You can see my Twitter handle on your screen. I do a little bit of everything in game spaces. At the moment, my primary role is teaching at a university in Melbourne, but I do a lot of design work, a lot of criticism, and I'm just currently working on a textbook with my partner Alana, which is going pretty well. We're almost hitting our deadline.
That's very cool. Like, it's pretty cool to write a textbook
Yeah.
because then you can be like,
Um,
it's in the textbook. I know because I wrote it.
Yeah, and it's also satisfying to binge Disco Elysium and be like, yes, it's for work.
Awesome.
I love that game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Oki, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Oki, aka Go Kid. I stream the New York Times crossword puzzle, board games, and various other games at Go Kid on Twitch. I have a podcast called Yellow Peril Podcast, and I'm selling T-shirts at thegokids.com.
Nice.
I'm a designer as well.
You do all the things.
I do quite a bit.
Aaron, do you want to let people know who you are?
Hi, I'm Erin, she, her pronouns. I am in various tabletop places on the internet rolling dice for fun and I was going to say profit, but no. For fun. And if you want to follow me or any of the things I do, just look at the road virus underscore on Twitter. That's where I'm most active, and you can, see nature hikes I go on and food I eat and things I'm going to be in.
Cool. All right. So we're playing. The three of you are. We've got two existing members of our lovely band of miscreants, and then we've got a new member joining us today because what exactly happened, Aaron?
Some swamp stuff. You know how it goes. Sometimes you get really dedicated in communing with spirits, and then you forget about the whole going back to civilization and like eating and sleeping and stuff.
Hashtag just swamp things.
Yeah, I think the technical term is quite literally gone walkabout.
Oh yeah.
I mean, isn't walkabout like my understanding is that walkabout is like a specific thing though, like you do it on purpose.
Yeah, usually more on purpose than accidental,
Yeah,
but I think the internal
it's the same narrative.
process, the journey that's being gone on is quite similar.
Yeah, true. Um, just got there unexpectedly.
Yeah.
Cool, awesome. Okay, how's Flint doing?
Flint, Flint's furious. Flint's family has been ransacked and beaten and fled their house. My grandmother was beaten, and I want revenge immediately for the responsible crew that did this to us, or me specifically, I guess. But I'm hoping I can rally us to take some vengeance.
I think it was the Unbroken Bond?
Yep.
And I think, I understand that they feel when you wrong them or help someone that's wronged them, it's the same. But when you hurt the grandmother of someone in the river people, you hurt everybody's grandmother. So I think
Mhm.
it's a very equivalent kind of feeling for Cole as well. Like that sort of shit is off limits.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
dare they?
Yeah. Right.
Like they should know better.
You can come after me. You don't come after my family.
Yep, legit. Well, I'm excited to see how that all pans out. We did. We finished downtime, didn't we? So,
It certainly did.
it is time for a new mission. Let me have a look here because there was something I wanted to have a quick. Um, yeah, okay, no, that's fine. We can move along without that. All right. So do you all have a mission that you want to do?
Oh, I think a little bit of vengeance is on the cards.
Yeah. All right. Um,
I think getting Flint to focus on anything else at the moment is
Really
unlikely.
tough. I mean, if we could roll it into taking someone else out, but I guess that's a little tricky.
I mean, we can
if
have a
no
look
one's
at we can have a
affiliated.
look at the list, but I don't know that anyone from the Unbroken Bond is a person in a position of power.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that those kind of seem a little bit
I'm
counter to
hopeful
each
that
other.
they have information though that we might be able to gain out of, like extract from them. Maybe is a
Yeah. I mean,
better choice
remember
of
that
word.
like in it's Blades in the Dark. Not every mission is a murder mission, right? Like we can do
Right.
a mission that is not murder.
Yeah, that's true.
um, like when you do a score, you have the options of like deception, stealth, occult, social, and transport.
Mm.
As mission options if you want to. So you can be like, we want to like just go and like talk to the river people and make it talk to the Unbroken Bond and make them like fucking calm the fuck down. You might want to go and steal something from them. You might want to go and, I don't know, channel massive spirits into their thing, and just to have the spirits do weird shit. I think it might be good to work out how we meet our new member, because they might be their existence might help us decide on what kind of mission we want to do. Do you want to introduce your character, Aaron, and we can work out how they get involved?
Sure. So my lady's name is Lillian Uso. Her code name is Snake. She's a leech. Um, she's like average height. Kind of some plain clothes. She works in different like she's pretty handy with mechanical gizmos and such. So you learn pretty quick around there to not wear anything flowy or fancy because it's gonna get messy, in multiple ways if you're not careful. So she's got like a pair of goggles and usually is wearing gloves and stuff. And also, I have the ability to secrete poison through my skin or saliva.
That's all.
That's hectic.
That's pretty cool.
All right,
Which
that's
I think for her,
Biohacking.
um, like I think it work. I sort of work the mechanical nature of things into it. So I think she's got these like almost like snake fangs that she puts in. So they're like
all right.
long silver teeth that have the venom in it, and she's got these little
Totally normal
wires
thing
running. Yeah,
to work out how to build is a pair of mechanical snake fangs.
yeah, and then kind of these tubes kind of wound under her uh, like vest or something. So if need be, I hit a button and then the poison just kind of poofs out.
Mm.
That's awesome.
That's
Awesome.
dope.
How
I'm
the
into it in a big way.
fuck did you end up with like rolling with this crew? Is it do you even like is it a thing where they pick you up for the mission, or
Yeah, I think that getting a specialist in to help do some sabotage maybe is an angle that works here. But yeah, I'm open to other options as well for sure.
That works.
it's a good in into a gang is to be like a contractor first.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to look at the factions and see who we're friends with that I might.
I think our best buddies are the Brackish Mob, the little minnows in the pool.
Yeah, Mafia Junior. Yeah.
Everyone knows the big mafia is the government.
Yeah. Maybe I did some jobs for them, and like they've passed the word along that I'm dependable. Because the poison that I can, you know, do all kinds of stuff with is called Skullfire poison, which basically just gives you like ongoing debilitating headaches for a while. So, if you want to make somebody miserable and make them pay up, but not like actually kill them or do long term harm, just knock them out of commission with debilitating migraines for a little while.
I've had that.
Yeah,
It sucks.
Ooh.
All right. Well, yeah. So it sounds like, what do you want to get from the unbroken bond if we're moving against them, as it were?
Information against one of these leaders?
Yeah. Like, what does revenge look like that involves getting information? If it's a revenge mission.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a two-parter. I think I think one of the clear goals is to make the direct parties responsible have a little bit of blowback. Like they should feel some actual pain, whether that's cluster headaches from some poison or like a bit of a beatdown. But yeah, also I think that I would like to try and leverage this in a way that like we could do worse to you. We are entitled to do worse to you. We're not. So that should buy us something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not quite sure how to sort of mechanically factor that.
Yeah, and the question is like, do you want to deliver that yourself, or do you want like, do you want to try and like convince people within their group to like, like to pull to get them to pull their heads in? To give you give you a little bit of information on the Unbroken Bond. So they run a lot of neighborhoods in like riverside neighborhoods, in like poorer parts of town. They're only tier 2, and they are kind of, they're the other like little shitty mafia to a certain degree, right? But with a more noble cause, and they have that same issue of like some people being more peaceful and some people being more violent. The difference between the Unbroken Bond and the Brackish Mob is the Unbroken Bond do have a massive stockpile of guns.
Intriguing.
The Brackish Mob don't really need that. But yeah, they were fully ready to like have an armed insurrection uprising, and then someone came along and was like, "We've bought your freedom," and they're like, "You've done what? Does that count? Are we free now? Are we?" Right? There's that like that question mark of like, this doesn't feel like freedom. Like now we're just
stuff still kind of sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like it's possible that like maybe the guys that came and beat up your nan are like just a couple of like younger blokes that are acting out, or it might be that the like, what's your faction status with them?
It's pretty
Minus
negative.
2.
It's minus 2. So like, yeah, it might be that they saw an opportunity to like wail on some folks that they actually really dislike,
Mm.
as a community, right?
I guess that's my concern is we don't want to start a war with them, do we?
Yeah,
No, I
Nick
mean,
3 is
I
at war.
Yeah.
yeah, ideally we'd like to be in the opposite situation where we
Right.
leverage them for support. They have
Yeah.
similar goals to us.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you're just like you're actually slightly less extreme, right?
Yeah.
Because they will burn anyone that gets in there, like that is like
Hmm.
against them.
Maybe it's if it's this rebellious group that sort of did things against their orders, we can help them take them out.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? And then
Yeah,
gain some favor.
I think our starting point maybe should be more diplomatic. I
Yeah.
think talking to the people in charge helps us establish whether or not we like how we sort of proceed from that point. If they're responsible or if they're dismissive or whatever, if they're not willing to look at the fact that an old woman had the shit kicked through her and care about that, then we know that we don't have to respect their organization and we can just do sort of whatever we need to move through them.
Hmm.
There's two people that I think are that you might want to have try and organize a meeting with. Then
Mm-hmm.
there's one of the major community leaders is Jacob Freeman, who is he's one of the guys that was like organizing the armed rebellion, but he's also one of the people that was like, okay, well, we don't need to like now that we've like been technically emancipated, we need to turn this into like other ways of freeing ourselves, right? Like getting money and things like that. He's not violent when he doesn't perceive a need for violence. And then there's Amelia Lorenz, who's a people smuggler. Amelie Lorenz, sorry. She's a people smuggler, and she's mostly about trying to get people to like positions where, like, get people to safety and things like that.
Mm.
Um, you've probably heard of her. She's like on the Whisper Network. You've heard that she's got people out of jail, out of Stillwater before. So like she does know her shit as far as that goes. So um, she's probably less less philosophical and more practical. So there's kind of two different people you could maybe have a word with. I don't know. That sounds like a social mission to me.
At
Yeah,
least to
I'd
start.
like to try it.
Cool.
All right, cool. In that case, uh, is it like? It sounds like maybe you might want. So one of the things for a social mission is that you need to work out what your social connection is. So it might be that that we actually uh, get Snake involved because she actually has a connection to one of these people as well. I don't know. How does that feel for you, Aaron?
That works for me.
Yeah. All right. Cool. What's your social connection to like any of these people? It might be indirect, or it might be like you have a specific relationship with one of these people.
Hmm. I'm just not realizing I didn't pick any like a friend and
I noticed that.
Enemy.
a rival.
Yeah. But that's cool because like we can say that like one of these is connected to like that might be your connection to get you in the door.
Yeah. So there's somebody here named Stasia who's an apothecary.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe um she's got some sort of connection to maybe she like works more almost exclusively with the Unbroken Bond, and like we go back as friends or something from childhood almost.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, I'm like, hey, this stuff's going around town. Um, do you have a way for us to deal with this, peacefully? And then maybe she works to help us arrange a meeting.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well then, let's So who's she arranging a meeting with? Is she arranging a meeting with Amelie, the practical and people smuggler, or with Jacob, the like guardian? He's like the like patriarch guardian sort of fella.
What do y'all think?
I'd rather go to the top, right? To Jacob.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, uh, I think it will have the most interesting outcome one way or the other.
Yeah.
I think it's a little more likely to be, an extreme sort of outcome, but that's fine. That works for us.
All right. Cool. Let's mark our load then. How much load do people want to be carrying for this peaceful meeting?
I'll stick with normal.
We got the rigging right, so we've got +2 to our
Yeah, so whatever the
load.
number is on load, you get +2.
Yeah.
As long as you can explain to me how it's improvised from something else.
Cool.
I think I'll take light as well then. I'm not expecting a shootout, hopefully.
Yeah, if I get +2, then I'm back to 5, so I'll go light as well.
Sure. All right.
Same.
All right, everyone's going light load out. That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
You don't want to walk into a peaceful meeting just like bristling with guns.
Yeah.
Right.
Welcome to the Alamo Peace Talks. All right, cool. Let's do an engagement roll. So what we want is we want to reduce hostilities with the unbroken bond.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I think mechanically that's our goal.
yeah, and if you can get some information about any of your targets, that's a bonus. All right, I'm just going to look at the targets to see if any of them have information. Oh no, of course, that's so perfect. All right, cool, great, fucking shit.
That scares me when you say that.
I was going to say the Unbroken Bond is not a fan of the government by any means, right? So,
Right.
No.
so the odds of them also having like, if not, kill plans, at least having information on the people that they are super not fans of.
Ways to be actual disruptors, not capitalism disruptors, like fundamental societal disruptors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to be in charge of our engagement role?
I'm done. Let somebody else do it.
I mean, I don't mind doing it since it's my connection that's getting us
Yeah,
into
that
this.
That
makes sense to me. Now, what do we don't take a luck?
No, you don't take one for luck because of one of the.
The governor.
The governor still exists.
What a jerk!
What a jerk. So, none for luck. Is this operation particularly bold or daring? Are we walking into their like we're going into their base, right? Like into their
I can't
territory.
imagine they would agree to meet anywhere else.
Yeah. All right. I
Like
think you
when
get one
we have
for bold or daring then. It's not heaps complicated.
Nope.
Seems pretty
Gonna
straightforward.
go and talk to him. It'll be fine.
Mm.
Does it expose a vulnerability or hit them where they're weakest?
No.
They're weak to talk.
I mean, here's the thing. If you're there to try and talk on, like, moral matters, right, and, like, those sorts of things, that's kind of the right way to approach.
Mm. And I suppose,
to approach Jacob, right? He's a godly man. He is definitely, like, he's definitely not Eucharistian, but he's like, but he's definitely, like, believes in. He's probably got like a syncretic approach to religion. So I think it's probably actually you are hitting them you're hitting a vulnerability, right? As far as
Mhm.
this goes, so I think that's 2. Can any contacts help? Yes, we're getting help from a contact. Are any rivals fucking with you? Let's have a look here.
I don't think Jaren the Blue Coat Archivist
No.
factors,
Nope.
thankfully.
Who's yours? Lillian. Snake.
I mean, we also have a negative
corpse
2 with the
thief.
Agricultural Union and the Captains of Infamy, so...
Yeah. I don't
those
think
are
either of them are
rivals.
fucking with you.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
alright,
made a
cool.
lot of enemies really fast.
That happens in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, to start off with, our stance was fuck 'em, so
Yeah.
it's not going to win you a lot of friends.
Alright, I don't
aside
think
from the
anyone's fucking
Mafia.
with you, which is cool. Are there any other elements that you want to consider? No, I don't think so.
No, it feels like it covers everything.
Yeah, so that's 3 dice.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
That's a quite a respectable engagement roll.
Fuck.
Wow!
Not
Would have been.
not great on the dice though.
Highest roll of 3 on 3 dice. Well done. All right, dope. That's great. That's great. All right. So we start off in a
Alright.
desperate position.
I mean, that feels accurate.
Yeah. Oh, I know what this is. All right. So you you make your way down. So what was the name of your apothecary friend?
Stasia.
Stasia. Stasia is like, is like, look, I got you a meeting, but these guys are real tight. I like part of the reason that I run with them is because they don't turn on each other like you do. Well, no, sorry, they don't turn on each other like your new friends. I heard they threw one of their people in the swamp. Like I heard that one of them looked at Flint funny and they killed her and threw her in the swamp. So, like, these guys don't do that shit. And she's like, and like you come up to like what used to be a like shipworks like boat shed, so like a big boathouse. And she's like, normally Jacob's really friendly and he'd normally invite you to like his home or something, but they said to meet you here. So but I can't go any further. They're waiting for you inside.
Okay.
And yeah, we can hear like the lapping of the water against the boat against the tin of the boat shed. And then and inside, like someone laughs at a joke.
Thanks for this, and don't put your neck out, any further for us. I appreciate it.
And she's like, "It's okay. Look, we go back. It's cool. You do this thing for me."
I would if I could find a steady crew. I think she just chuckles a little bit. And...
She's like, "Not this one. Don't join these guys." And then she like looks back towards the other two and is like, "They look dangerous."
Yeah, I mean, looks can be deceiving.
It's like,
you know that as well as anybody.
yeah, and she's like, fair enough. Anyway, good luck. Give them up if there's a problem.
Sure, I owe you a drink after this.
She's like, stout, you know it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So yeah, she disappears into the shadows, and kind of leaves you lurking outside. It's like just a bit after dawn. So,
Mm-hmm.
There's like still the sound of birds in the of like water birds in the morning and things like that. Duck and some ducklings wander past.
Hmm. I think Snake is probably going to like hop up to like a sitting position on a nearby like crate or barrel or something to where like her back is against the building, so she can watch the people she arrived with and also the people who should be arriving.
Oh, you're supposed to meet them in the boathouse.
Oh, okay.
In the kill box. Do we know if Jacob is a drinker?
Do you want to flash back to a to an information gathering?
Yeah. I don't. Who would I have talked to?
Good question.
I wonder.
Remember, you can just make shit up. Like this isn't Dungeons and Dragons where I have everything written down.
Yeah. I mean, like, surely there are people who are like being supported by the Unbroken Bond who aren't like in the gang itself.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And they wouldn't be terribly difficult to know or identify.
I mean, the Unbroken Bond like thinks of itself as a community support organization, right?
Yeah.
So like, there's a heap of people like that.
Yeah. So I think maybe someone who shows up to semi-regular poker night, knowing in advance that we're planning to talk or at least engage with the Unbroken Bond. It would be good to know what avenues of parlay I could embark upon. Really just want to know if I can give him a gift of booze and it will have the impact I'm looking for.
Yeah. What action does that sound like to you?
Maybe let's survey. Maybe consort.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that sounds relatively controlled.
Yeah.
Limited result. Like you're not gonna get like information about like you're not gonna get information to manipulate him.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, I think I'll just make that roll as is.
Sure.
No bonus.
Okay. A 4. That'll do it. That'll get you. I think I think that's enough to know that. To know that he's very particular about drink and tobacco. Like that. Like he doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't just drink anything. There's probably a specific thing that he drinks, and it's not the easiest to get a hold of if you don't have his connections. Yeah.
Does a fine bottle of whiskey come close? Probably not close enough.
I mean, it'll add a dice to
smokes.
It will add a dice to a roll.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will mark that on my load sheet as the first thing I want to do is make that offering.
Yeah, sure. So, are you the first one through the door then?
Probably, yeah. I think letting Flint go in first seems dangerous, and we've got a newbie, so
I'm
looks
still
like
I'm full of rage.
Yeah. Been like grinding your teeth for like days.
Yeah. Yeah, but Cole's holding me back. He's like, "Let me take care of this, right?" First.
Yeah, look, it's you hurt one of us, you hurt all of us.
Yeah.
And it's in my interest to find an outcome that that is satisfactory to you as well as us as a group. So
cool.
Have a little faith.
I trust you.
All right, so you head in, and yeah, the smell of like rust and fish just kind of like fills the boathouse. It's dark inside. There's a couple of skylights like dropping like dramatic sunbeams, but no one's sat in any of those. Um, and yeah, there's as you enter, the three of you like come in, and then the like door closes behind you, and like three blokes, like one stands in front of the door and two stand at either side, and then in front of you sat on like an oil drum, and he's just like tapping the oil drum with a walking stick. Is Jacob Freeman. He's like 6'3". He's probably in his like early 50s. He's like grey, but he's grey and like a weathered face, but like still jacked as fuck. And he's like, and like he can't possibly need a walking stick, right? But he's like hunched over, tapping the walking stick, and he like looks you up and down as you come in, Cole, and he's like, "So this one is Lyndon Harvey." And the other guy is like, "This is the one they call Cole." He says to the ones behind you. "I heard that that our friends in Stillwater hanged you, and that the good Lord brought you back." And he just kind of like pauses and leaves that for a moment.
Sometimes we're a little harder to kill than you might expect.
He's like, and he looks over at Flint and is like, "Apparently," and he's like, "So you want to come and talk to us, you and your traitorous friends, huh?"
We want to find some common ground. Uh, and is there anyone, like, I'm assuming that they don't want us to like directly approach him. Is anyone sort of serving as a...
Nope.
All right.
No, the three bodyguards are at the door behind you.
Yeah, he can take care of himself, can't he? Yeah. So I'll produce the fine bottle of whiskey and walk over to offer it to him as a uh, a starting point, mild gesture to kick things off.
Yeah, right. So what do you want? What do you? Sounds like there's an action here, a roll perhaps.
Yeah, I think maybe sway.
Yeah.
Trying to get him on side a little bit.
So what do you want to? Do you want to like change a belief he has about you, or like what does getting him on side mean?
Yeah.
Right?
I think if he believes we're willing to not necessarily compromise but negotiate to work with him, to reach a common understanding, and less of us like doing our own thing and kind of interfering in his business, because I know that like the reason they're unhappy is that we chose to help someone they wanted.
Yep.
Like we enforced our demands on top of them.
Yep.
They didn't kind of even have input.
Yeah.
So I think not necessarily to indicate that we are subservient, but that we're willing to compromise and do things for them, not just take.
All right. That sounds legit to me. That sounds like that sway seems like sway or consort would be either of the ones, but I think sway makes more sense because you don't already have a rapport.
Yeah. Consort would be nice because I'm slightly better at it, but
yeah,
sway
like
is fine.
Consort would be if you'd already started drinking with him.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we're still a little way away from that at this point. All right. So position.
You're desperate. This is a desperate position. And your effect is limited.
That's okay.
You want me to assist in any way? as much as I don't want to, but it's sort of like I know how much I want us to get in to rectify this. Maybe I hand
Trying
a
to-
pack of cigarettes from my own. Will that help at all, since he smokes as well? Or is that not enough?
I mean, you can use that as a way of assisting. Absolutely,
Yeah.
if you're willing to pay the stress.
So that's a bonus dice.
You can choose. Do you want it to be a bonus dice, or do you want to increase your effect?
Ooh. I think probably effect.
All right. So the way that I foresee this, right, is there's the pause, right, and then one of the guys goes, one of the guys at the door goes, no, please stop. I wish Cole were here. I wish Cross were here. Mimicking the cries of, all right, and there's that moment where you could turn and you could fuck him up.
Fuck.
Right? So choosing to instead hand cigarettes would help increase the
That's digging deep.
I literally do that cough.
right, this is where the stress is coming from, right? Like,
Yeah. I suck it up, and I begrudgingly hand Cole a pack of my own cigarettes, and I stare down the person that just said that.
yeah, cool. All right. So you're up to like actually standard effect
Yeah.
on a desperate roll.
And I want to push myself as well, I
Sure
think.
thing.
Oh, is there a devil's bargain here that would not be horrific? I think it's too risky.
Yeah, you can't. I don't think you can take all three on a roll.
That's good to
You
know.
can push yourself or take a devil's bargain.
Yeah,
but
okay, I'll
the
just push
aid
myself
is-
then.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's 2 stress.
2 stress.
All right.
Is it 2 stress if I assist?
One stress for
One.
assisting.
Okay.
Where did that window go? Come back. All right. That's unfortunate.
He takes the bottle and he looks at it, and he looks at you and he says, "You expect me to drink from a bottle from liars and betrayers? This is poison. I know this." And he throws it in the like, and we hear go ploop and splash.
That's unfortunate.
And he goes, and then like he stands and like gets up to like his full 6'3", and he's like, and he's like, who else are you connected to? Let's have a look. Yeah, all right. So he's like, you make friends with snitches. You do business. Do business with the mob that makes that takes the money from our grandmother's pockets. You like, he's like, and he starts like talking about like, you're all like, none of you have got like an inch of like morality inside you, right? Like,
Better the money from their pockets than the blood from their body.
So he's upset because he thinks that what you're trying to do is get him to give up on his like stalwart iron beliefs, and that's the whole problem that he has with you, right? His whole problem with you is that you compromised with and you did deals with people who didn't follow like those iron beliefs. So yeah, he looks over to Snake and he's like looks over to her and goes, "I should beat them, shouldn't I? I should teach them a lesson, beat some godliness into them." And he clearly doesn't think that you're part of that group, right? You're like an attaché, so he's gonna beat the shit out of these two. Like, And I think he outright says like, I heard that native boys had more respect than this.
Oh,
I think she's leaning up against the wall and she's like, I heard that native people were also taught not to physically assault their elders. You talk a lot of game for somebody who's willing to associate with people who would go and beat up an elderly woman.
What role is this?
I don't know.
It sounds like it might be a command or a sway.
I got 0 on both of those, so this is going to be great.
Yep.
I think this is an opportunity for me to use foresight to assist without paying stress. And I think providing a slightly more detail-oriented, objective account of the assault
Yeah.
gives Snake the information to like kind of base it on more than just like hearsay. Like there's a little more detail and a little less like raw emotional stuff in it.
Where's the honor in sending 3 people to beat up, name of grandma here? Did they think she was that heavily armed, or do you just run with bullies of that sort?
All right. Dope.
That's
so you've got
absolutely something the government would do as well. Like
Yeah.
that
Oh, yeah.
shits me. It's just like unnecessary amounts of force.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got an assistance from Cole.
can multiple people assist?
Yes. I think.
Um,
I'm gonna say yes.
okay. I would like to chime in, of course, and be like, we've come here offering gifts, and you know what you've done. And I'm here trying to show you that we're here with unarmed. We're due revenge, but we're here trying to, like I'm trying to sway him still, like that we're here to talk this out.
If you want to pay the stress, you can have that as an extra. Aaron can take an extra dice.
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah. Dakota, did you mark desperate XP earlier?
I did, yes.
Good job.
Thank you.
Um,
I'm taking it as the one positive.
Yeah.
This one, like we haven't moved from desperate.
Yeah.
I think we're still limited here, and I don't know that there's a way to bump it up to standard easily.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think this is gonna be a sway because like I want him to stop and actually like pay attention to the circumstances here.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna push myself also for this. But I think she stops leaning on the wall and starts walking forward. And she's like, to be fair, whatever you do with them, I don't really give a shit. But before you start getting on this pedestal and preaching about, the right way to fight the government and the right way to do things, make sure that you're not rotten from within, just like the government is.
Awesome.
And
Cool.
not employing tactics just like they would. I had a 4. Fuck.
Yeah, I think he stops. And he. I think the thing that comes to light that he didn't realize is that they attacked Flint's place and Flint's grandma when Flint wasn't there. Right? And he realizes that it wasn't a fair fight, right? Like he thought they'd been told to go and beat up Flint,
And yeah,
and
collateral damage was fine.
He'd not
but
been there, so yeah, he's like,
Right.
so no one here can do anything properly, right? Like he gets really like And he turns to the guy that like made the little like, oh, I wish the cross was here, right? Like that, the guy and he's like, and you can't follow a simple order. You could have waited, but no, you decide to victimize an honest woman. This is unacceptable. Yeah, he's like, none of you are pure. None of you are. None of you have the faith that we need. None of you walk in God's light. And and he turns around and he's like, I think he turns back to you, Cole, and it's like, I'm sorry about your whiskey. And he's like,
There'll be other bottles.
he's like,
And you still have the smokes.
yeah, right. He's like, and he gets the cigarette and he puts it into the end of a pipe and like lights it and like, and then puts the pipe in his mouth because that's how he does it. Like,
Yeah.
Like he normally is a pipe smoker, so he's used to having the pipe in his mouth.
Yeah.
And yeah, he says to you, Cole, do you believe in redemption, my friend?
I think we have to. I think we have to believe that we as individuals and we as a society can be redeemed. The path is not always clear, but it has to be.
Yeah, and
This can't be it.
He's like, I am short on. He goes, I seem to be rapidly short on friends and allies. And he's like, maybe I will do. Maybe I will do do as you do and compromise. He says, and like, you see him like swallow the word compromise. And he's like, very well. The one that wronged you was Rami. Rami, step forward. And like the guy who mocked you, like kind of like steps forward. And then he's like, and like he's looking like brash or whatever, and he's like, hang your head, son. You're this is a shame for you. And like he suddenly goes like ashen. Is like kind of looks. It goes from being like, yeah, fuck you, to like, oh fuck, oh shit, right? And he's like, you want to make amends with us, river people? We will. Then we will hunt our common enemy. It says.
So we ask.
You take Rummy here. 8 nights from now. I know that 8 nights from now, I expect, what's his name? Fuck. Yeah, so he explains that like by 8 nights from now he expects Morgan Hardy, who is the state treasurer and minister for industry and trade, to be dead, and for you to run with Rami and as part of that job.
Wow. Okay.
Like, he doesn't know how you're gonna do it. He doesn't care. But like, you've got a week.
Then it's done. Okay.
And this will get you back to neutral if you can do it.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna pull Cole aside and be like, I want blood though.
Right? This is what he's offering. This is the offer on the table.
Yeah. I'm like, Cole,
Yeah.
I'm fine with this deal, but I want blood eventually.
yeah. Oh, shit. I was like, there were so many ways this could go, and this is like catching me off.
Yeah. I'm fine with taking this deal.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
no, down the line, Rami is in for it.
What if Rami doesn't make it through the mission?
Yeah, I think
Exactly.
what
Exactly.
I will try to do to kind of comfort Flint in this is say that like this is like this is a dangerous gig, so there's no guarantee he comes out without losing a few quarts.
Agreed.
Um,
Whether it's by my hand or someone else's.
and he doesn't seem the type to not slip up in the future anyway. So I don't think you need to bury your rage permanently, but this is a fantastic opportunity for us to get ahead of the game, and we all carry that rage. Yours will bubble a little closer to the surface, but use it, don't lose it.
And I take a deep breath and I say, agreed.
I'll give you the
This
cigarettes
deal is
back so
worth
you can chain smoke a few just to
Yeah.
focus on something else.
And Rami's like, Rami's like, Jacob, you can't make me do this. I'm a free man as much as you. And Jacob like turns around and is like, shut your mouth, boy. Like just doesn't pull rank, pulls like, you're an idiot,
Yeah.
and I'm the one making decisions here. Like there's that moment of like yeah, Rami's like, you can't give me orders because I'm not a slave, right? And he's like, I can give you orders because you're an idiot.
I think does it kind of feel like we've like reached the end of the conversation?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, if you shake on it.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I will make sure to shake on it. I want to have words to Rami, but it makes sense as an exit
Yeah,
approach.
and I think as you like shake on it, he says, he like calls to one of the other blokes at the door and says, "Whisper, look at this! I am shaking hands." Like he says, like, "Witness, I'm shaking hands with the hanged man." And then it's like,
That's a moniker I can get behind.
yeah. So yeah. They. I think that's a good place to end the mission, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to mention to Rami that he's free to cooperate or not, but he'll like his choices will have Rami.
He'll answer to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the thing is, like he's been given orders by like a member of his community, so he's got to at least look like he's trying his best.
That's if he chooses to drag his feet, then I'm happy to tell Jacob about it. Like it doesn't faze me.
Yeah.
I think we can do this on our own.
Yeah, but that's not. But then like this is like the thing where you like marry two people to like bond their, like you've got to do a job together so that you're like blood brothers, right? Is the idea.
And so they'll trust us as well.
Yeah,
I'll drag him by the heels if I have to. Just pick him up over the shoulder. Let's go. You're involved.
All right, cool. Aaron, you can absolutely like fish the whiskey out. You can definitely do that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's already got like a couple of like slugs on it from the water.
I think
like
as the
things.
conversation's breaking up, probably I'm just gonna walk by and just plunk that down on the barrel next to the guy.
Yeah, he's. I think that if that's the case, then he's like, then he like opens it, takes a drink, and like offers you a swig, like the drink to celebrate. An agreement, and then I think we roll the fuck out.
Yeah, I think that went really well.
As well as could be.
Yeah.
Without me losing my shit.
Yeah, that I was like, the 4's not going to get you like just there, but it's enough to at least put a condition on it. All right. Well, how about we take our first break here?
Okay.
Yeah, fantastic.
And we'll be back in 5 minutes or so. So we've got like some days for downtime, and then we can go and do a mission that's been demanded of us.
Yeah.
All right.
Exciting.
Back in a minute, team.